In 1995, a handful of parents searched the educational landscape in hopes of finding the school where their children could receive an excellent Christian education. Wanting more than what was available, they became pioneers of the educational philosophy that has gained popularity across the nation, classical Christian education. St. John's Academy's purpose is to be a classical, Christian, college-preparatory school of impeccable reputation and accomplishment.
I was one of those parents in 1995 who really felt the need for a rigorous and Christian education for my daughter. We were called to educate our children to love God with all their hearts and with all their minds, to pass on our Judeo-Christian culture. We naturally embraced the classical and Christian model. Although many changes have occurred in the educational landscape over the years, one thing has not changed, and that is the importance of an excellent classical Christian education. At St. John's Academy, we purpose to teach an appreciation of the good, the true, and the beautiful, restoring the student's appetite for intellectual truth and the wisdom of the ages, restoring the foundations of Western civilization. We are indeed repairers of the breach, as stated in Isaiah 58. We will rebuild the ancient ruins, and we will raise up the age-old foundations. We will restore the importance of faith and understanding of integrity and of our roots, in order for our students to finish the race laid out before them in Christ Jesus. Our mission is an eternal endeavor.
St. John's Academy's curriculum emphasizes the classical and Christian heritage of Western civilization with a concentration on the liberal arts and the classics. We train virtuous scholars to recognize and use rational arguments to both prove and persuade. Latin. The study of Latin is central to a classical education, increasing one's knowledge of English vocabulary and improving one's English language skills. Latin is not a dead language. Logic. The study of logic provides the tools for effective communication and teaches students to think critically. History. The primary grades lay the foundation of our nation's traditions through the study of American heroes and patriotic symbols. Grades 3 through 8 study history chronologically, from ancient civilizations to U.S. history, integrated with classical literature and Bible.
St. John's Academy pushes you in every way possible. It drives you outside of your comfort zone, and it challenges your mind. We are honored to have been taught how to think, how to work for what we want, and how to overcome mental challenges such as reading classic literature. From the beginning of 7th grade to now, I have read the Aeneid, Gilgamesh, the Iliad, Kafka's The Metamorphosis, Macbeth, Hamlet, Julius Caesar, and the Odyssey. Those books had so many hidden meanings and words that were so specific to the time in which they were written that I will forever remember reading them for the first time.
Literature. Reading classic literature in the primary grades cultivates virtue in our students and fosters a love of language. In grades 6 through 8, the reading of the classics is integrated with the study of the historic period in which they were created. Bible. We learn God's truth through a comprehensive study of the Old and New Testament, including Bible verse memorization in all grades. Math. Learning the language with which God has written the universe. A college preparatory track includes algebra in 8th grade. Science. In-depth studies of the natural world make science come to life through hands-on activities. Florida supplies a wealth of on-the-job training in God's private garden. By its very nature, a classical education addresses the needs of body, mind, and spirit, including art, music, physical education, study of the great artists and composers, Christmas and spring review productions.
These educational and cultural foundations must be repaired and restored And by doing so, by repairing, by restoring, we are indeed guiding and training our students to recognize wisdom and virtue, indeed, prepared for the future, destined for eternity, truly virtuous scholars.
St. John's Academy, located on Wildwood Drive in St. Augustine, is preparing students to become lifelong learners who can think and reason for themselves. We invite you to open the doors to our halls and discover the difference of a St. John's education.